Welcome back to Trendz TV, where we bring you the freshest takes on the hottest cars hitting the streets. Today, we've got something special lined up at the long-awaited return of a fan favorite. That's right, the Mazda CX-7 is back for 2026, and it's making a bold entrance into the crowded midsize SUV segment. If you remember the old CX-7, you know it had potential but fell just short of greatness. But the 2026 model, Mazda's pulled out all the stops. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into every detail that makes this comeback worth your attention. Exterior. Right from the front, the new CX-7 commands attention with the bold and refined face. Mazda's signature Kodo design language is on full display here, but evolved. The grille is wider, more aggressive, finished in gloss black with a three-dimensional mesh pattern that gives it a sporty and upscale presence. Flanking it are sleek LED headlamps that stretch towards the fenders, housing adaptive lighting and sequential turn signals. The daytime running lights now form a clean L shape, giving the CX-7 a futuristic gaze. And the hood is sculpted, muscular, with subtle character line as it hints at the performance that lies beneath. Mazda has really nailed the balance between elegance and assertiveness. There's no excessive chrome, no unnecessary gimmicks, just pure design, executed with precision. Swing around to the side, and the proportions immediately catch your eye. The CX-7 slots between the CX-5 and the CX-9, offering a perfect middle ground in terms of size and space. The roofline gently slopes towards the rear, giving it a coupe-like silhouette without compromising rear headroom. Wheel options range from 18 to 21 inches, with the top trim sporting two-tone diamond-cut alloys that scream premium. The shoulder line is crisp and continuous, running from the front fender to the rear taillight, adding a sense of motion even when the car is parked. The side mirrors are now mounted lower on the door for better visibility and aerodynamics. And Mazda has integrated subtle black cladding around the wheel arches and side skirts, not too rugged, not too soft, just enough to give it an adventurous touch. The door handles are body-colored with smart entry on all trims, and the overall fit and finish of the exterior panels is impressively tight. Moving to the rear, the CX-7 continues to impress. The taillights mimic the front DRL design with sharp L-shaped LED elements, connected by a thin light bar that stretches across the tailgate. This gives it a wide, planted look from the back. The Mazda badge sits proudly in the center, just below the rear glass, and under that, you'll find a power tailgate on most trims. The rear bumper is sculpted but clean, featuring integrated reflectors and dual exhaust outlets that are real and not the fake ones we're so tired of seeing. A subtle roof spoiler completes the look, housing the high-mounted brake light. Overall, the rear design wraps up to the SUV with a sense of cohesiveness and premium styling that feels more at home in a luxury badge. Interior. Step inside the cabin, and you're met with the level of craftsmanship that Mazda has become known for, and in this model, they've taken it up another notch. The 2026 CX-7's interior is a masterclass in simplicity, elegance, and tactile quality. The dashboard is clean and horizontal, emphasizing width and space. Soft-touch materials are everywhere on the dash, doors, and even the lower center console. You'll find stitched leatherette on mid-level trims, while the top signature trim comes with real leather and open-pore wood accents that wouldn't feel out of place in a European luxury SUV. The steering wheel is reshaped, with slimmer spokes and haptic feedback buttons. Behind it, a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster displays everything from navigation to drive modes with crystal clarity. The center infotainment screen is also 12.3 inches. Perched elegantly atop the dash. Mazda has retained its rotary dial controller, though the touchscreen is now active while the vehicle is stationary. The system supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and Mazda's new UI is smoother and faster than ever. Below the screen, you get real climate control buttons to thank you, Mazda, for intuitive use while driving. Heated unventilated seats, a panoramic sunroof, wireless phone charging, and a premium Bose sound system with 12 speakers round out the tech and comfort features. In terms of space, the CX-7 delivers. Front seats are firm but supportive, with ample adjustability and lumbar support. Rear passengers benefit from generous legroom, reclining seat backs, and dedicated air vents. The second row also folds flat in a 60-40 split, expanding the already sizable cargo area. There's around 30 cubic feet of space behind the second row and over 65 cubic feet with the seats folded. The lift-over height is low, and Mazda includes clever underfloor storage and bag hooks. Whether it's a weekend trip or daily errands, the CX-7 has you covered in terms of utility performance. Now let's talk performance, because this is where Mazda always adds a little extra magic. The 2026 CX-7 offers two engine options. The standard unit is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder producing around 190 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to a slick shifting 8-speed automatic and is available in either front-wheel or all-wheel drive. For most drivers, this setup will feel smooth, responsive, and efficient, ideal for city cruising and highway trips alike. But if you crave more excitement, the CX-7 also offers Mazda's new 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, borrowed from the CX-70 and CX-90. This power plant delivers a hearty 280 horsepower and up to 320 pound-feet of torque when using premium fuel. With standard all-wheel drive and turbo trims, this setup rockets the CX-7 from 0 to 60 in just under 6.5 seconds. The transmission downshifts eagerly, and the turbo boost comes on smoothly, giving the SUV a spirited character that's rare in this class. Mazda's G-Vectoring Control Plus system helps the CX-7 handle corners with poise, subtly adjusting torque to improve turn-in and stability. The steering is well-weighted and precise. The suspension soaks up bumps without feeling floaty, and road noise is impressively low. It's not trying to be a sports car, but it drives with a level of finesse and feedback that puts many rivals to shame. Fuel economy is solid too. The base engine delivers around 27 miles per gallon combined, while the turbo manages a respectable 24 miles per gallon. A hybrid model is reportedly in development for 2027, but as of now, the CX-7 focuses on traditional powertrains with premium execution. As for pricing, Mazda has kept things competitive. The base 2.5-liter model starts at around $31,000, which includes standard features like LED lighting, an 8-speaker audio system, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and blind spot monitoring. Mid-level trims add leatherette upholstery, heated seats, larger wheels, and a power liftgate, climbing to around $36,000. The turbocharged CX-7 models start at about $40,000, with the range-topping signature trim landing just under $46,000. Still a solid value considering the features and refinement it brings to the table. Mazda also includes a solid 3-year/36,000 warranty with optional extended coverage plans available. So, what's the verdict on the 2026 Mazda CX-7? In a segment that's bursting with options, this SUV manages to stand out by doing what Mazda does best, delivering premium style, engaging dynamics, and impressive quality without the luxury badge markup. It's not trying to be flashy or over the top. Instead, it wins you over with thoughtful design, solid performance, and an interior that feels genuinely upscale. If you're shopping for a midsize SUV that doesn't blend into the crowd, the CX-7 deserves a top spot on your test drive list. It's practical, stylish, and just fun enough to remind you why driving matters. That wraps up our deep dive into the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-7. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this review, subscribe to Trendz TV for more in-depth car content, and drop a comment below. Would you take the CX-7 over a CR-V or RAV4? We want to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep the revs high and the rubber burning.